Shalom. This is Bishop Nathaniel of Israel United in Christ. I want to start off by saying thank you to all of our Booster Club members for your many donations and much more, your prayers. We visited faraway countries and strange lands. We've even spoken to dignitaries and were detained for spreading the glorious gospel in Cuba. The truth is that the descendants of the 12 tribes of Israel were scattered throughout the world. Help us on our journey as we continue to raise up the nation of Israel. 12 tribes worldwide. Join or donate today. Shalom.
Doesn't know what the world has now deemed us. He doesn't know that I have he doesn't know a Haitian, right? He doesn't know or else how to name He only knows what the God given name is. If you guys don't know what you are or who you are according to the Bible, how can salvation be for you? Right? If you're not dressing to the customs of what you're supposed to dress to, then how can you know that? How is Christ going to come for you when he returns? He knows those who are keeping the commandments. Wearing fringes on the borders of the garments are keeping commandments, right? Find out in Numbers 38, throughout your generations. So if Christ returns and he doesn't see his people keeping his commandments, then where's your salvation? You get what I'm saying? So if that's not being taught, then you're being led astray. Real quick, give me Jeremiah 23:23, because this is what's happening. And it's not none of your fault, because guess what? We all came out of Christianity. We all came from, well, I know I did, came from believing that Jesus is white. I never was taught anything. I mean, I never taught Jesus. No, but what I'm saying is, I'm talking about, I'm saying in general. I'm talking about people in general. I'm not even saying you, right? Because a lot of people do have knowledge of Christ being black. I'm saying in general, Christianity in general teaches that depiction as Jesus Christ. Right?
Christianity teaches that. Media teaches media.
Okay, I'll give you that. I'll give you that too. I'll give you that. Listen. But they don't say it. But what do they portray?
That's what it's portrayed as.
So that's why I'm saying, okay, it's portrayed as Jesus being white. It's pretty good, baby. The point is what? The point is they have to push that image. What? To spread the flock. If they want to possess a people, take a people, and keep them in bondage and oppression, they have to take away what their God looks like. If I want to oppress a people and take away people, I have to take their language. I got to take away what their God looks like, right? I have to take away their dress code. I have to take away the things that they eat that keeps them one with their God. When you think about America, that everywhere they go and conquer, what do? They set up what? They set up churches, right? How do you go to China, or how do you go to Iraq or Iran, somewhere over in that side, and there's Christianity there, when for hundreds of years they always were a Muslim country, but now there's Christianity. They go and dominate, they go and take over, and they give them their religion, and they push that same image of Christ, right? The same thing that they did here, right? So read that real quick, because this is happening inside the church.
Jeremiah chapter 23, verse 1. Woe be unto the pastors that destroy and scatter the sheep of my pasture, saith the Lord.
Woe be destruction to those pastors who destroy and scatter the sheep. How do you destroy and scatter the sheep? By teaching them lies. By teaching them and not showing them that they have to keep the commandments of God. That's how you destroy and slaughter. Because a lot of people today that we approach and we talk to, some of them believe in the Bible. Why? Because the pastors and teachers are not showing them the knowledge according to the Bible. They're just telling them. A lot of pastors have a bad rep because what? All they want is the tithing. So people get turned off by going to church. When you go into the book of Deuteronomy and Deuteronomy 14, it tells you about the law of tithing. The law of tithing in Deuteronomy is what? Do you guys know? It's 10% of what? Every time you ever see, that's what Christianity teaches. Remember, the Levites didn't have land.
I believe what I want to believe.
Okay, all right.
Believe what I want to believe. But I have to prove
What you grew, yes, you do that to the Levites.
Watch out.
As their inheritance, right? So, how did it then turn from money, or from stock, from livestock and produce back then to money today? Watch this. Give me Deuteronomy 14, because I want to show you. Watch this. I'm going to show you just a law and tithing real quick. If they got you paying 10% of what you earn, they're robbing you, bro. Because that was never the law. Even in the Old Testament, it wasn't the law. Read.
The book of Deuteronomy chapter 14, verse 22. Let me go straight to the point.
Go read it. You get the understanding of it. Okay.
Thou shalt truly tithe all the increase of thy seed.
Of thy what?
Of thy seed.
So you should tithe the increase of thy seed, read.
That the field bringeth forth year by year.
That the field bringeth forth year by year, read.
And thou shalt eat before the Lord thy God in the place which he shall choose to place his name there.
So wherever God chose to place his name, there you would go and eat, right? Read.
The tithe of thy corn.
So what's the tithe? The tithe of thy what?
The tithes of thy corn.
Your corn.
Of thy wine.
Of your wine.
And of thine oil.
Of the oil.
And the firstling of thy herds and of thy flocks.
And the firstling of the herds and flocks. That's the 10% of the increase that your seed shall yield, right? Read.
That thou mayest learn to fear the Lord thy God always. And if the way be too long for thee.
If this place where he told you to go be too long that you can't carry these things, read.
So that thou art not able to carry it. For if the place be too far from thee, which the Lord thy God shall choose to set his name there. When the Lord thy God...
Stop. Read it. Stop from that part again. Where to carry thee.
So that thou art not able to
I'm going to let you go, but I want you to listen to this part, right?
Or if thy place be too far from thee, which the Lord thy God shall choose to set his name there. When the Lord thy God hath blessed thee, then shalt thou turn it into money.
So if the way be too long, you were to sell what you had, because if you bought livestock, the livestock might not make it that far. If you bought corn, the corn, whatever you bought, might not make it that far because it might die in the way.
Right.
So what he's saying is sell it where you are, take the money that you get from it and do what?
And bind up the money in thine hand. And shall go unto the place which the Lord thy God shall choose.
So go to that place where the Lord chose.
And thou shalt bestow that money for
that money that you got now from the stuff you sold, do what with it?
For whatsoever thy soul lusted after.
Like what?
For oxen.
For oxen.
Or for sheep.
Or for sheep.
Or for wine.
Or for wine.
Or for strong drink.
Or for strong drink.
Or for whatsoever thy soul desired.
Or whatever you desired for. So they actually sold what they had to increase, took the money they had, went to the place where the Lord called, took that money and rebought it to give to the priests. That was what it was for. It was never about money. It's always been that way. So how could it change from this to money today?
We used to scream black power while heroin was pushed. But at the end of the day, nothing's in vain. IUIC has been given a vision. The tents of Judah has risen. Many has attempted the mission. Minor murmuring, omitting, and missing the mark. Just reading that he had the flame of fire in his eyes gave us the spark. We on Paul's mission. We out on the road, purple and gold. From Mexico, Cuba, Haiti, Ghana, Sierra Leone. 144,000 boots banging, concrete crackling. These are our men repented at heart. The scriptures is proof. IUIC, we deliver the truth.